Welcome along, everyone, to the 12th round of the RFC Division 2 Championship. I am, of course, Worthless Eagle, and you join us today at Las Vegas, which is, of course, a new circuit to RFC. I mean, what have we just come to see? Gang. Nice one. Dad decided to come in. Just wanted to see how it was going. Nice one. Right, yeah, a new circuit, of course, to the RFC Championship. It has never been seen before in any of the other previous seasons, so we have no idea who's going to be quick here and who's going to be slow. We have a small championship fight. We have one championship that can be decided today, which is the Constructors Championship. Sorry, I'm trying to get comfortable a little bit because currently we are, not really sitting pretty. There we go. We get the chat out so we can see a couple people and what people are saying. Oh, right. Okay, get into a little bit of a rhythm here. Okay, so, yeah. As I said, there is a championship up for grabs today, and that is the Constructors' Championship in Division 2, which McLaren can seal today if they beat Mercedes by 13 points. That is I believe the first championship that can be wrapped up this season. Of course, we've still got 2 rounds left to go, with the 100% round at Abu Dhabi left to come, which of course a lot of people are quite excited for because it's a different change of pace to what we're used to. We'll watch Napolitano here as he is on his first flying lap of the session, as it kind of looked like he slammed into a wall there, but I don't think he did. We better just turn off my Wi-Fi on my phone just to make sure. I did see that when we joined the stream, the Williams and the Alpine were having a right scrap, and there was wing damage as well. You can see another Alpine now just in the way of Napolitano in this tricky section, so you kind of want to get out of the way as quick as possible. I think that's Marley, but I'm not 100%. We've got a little bit of an issue, so we're just going to refresh the thing just to get... There you go. We've got the team sorted now. A lot easier. And Marley, I believe that was Marley, has now moved out of the way. And now Napolitano has given up on his lap. He also has just started to head down the extremely long straight here. We'll watch his teammate, who's a little bit further behind, and we'll see if he can do anything on his lap. As I believe the Haas car is quite suited to this track because of that long straight. I believe they favour I think most of the Ferraris, basically the Ferrari engines, favour the long straights, as he's going to pick up a little bit of a tow from his teammate, as we'll see whereabouts Adam can go on this lap. His teammate ducks into the pit lane, and Adam rounds the final corner, and we'll see whereabouts he can put his Haas car. He goes up into P2, and he has done some pretty good laps of recent times. And that is no different. Okay, we'll look at Nathan, who's about to finish his lap. Let's be update a little bit there. And a little bit slower here than Adam, as he goes only P7, just ahead of his teammate. And now across the line, I believe, is going to be a Ferrari. We don't watch him. We'll watch Finlay Smith, the current Drivers' Championship leader. And, of course, going toe-to-toe with Poulet at the moment. If he takes a win here and Poulet DNFs, he has a 47-point gap going into the next round, which is great. It's currently sat at 22 points, so he can't win it this round, but he will have one hand on the trophy pretty much if he can do that. Unreal lap, by the way, from Hazy to go up into P3 in a Sauber, and Poulet there heads up into P2. Where can Finlay Smith go? As he crosses the line, he heads up into P2. The Mercedes putting down a bit of a strong benchmark there at the moment. Currently sat in P1 and P2. As we'll look on with Arthur Woods here, rounding off through Sector 2 towards this twisty section before the, of course, very long run down the straight. Do we want a Smith win? Because I wouldn't say, for the championship wise, you know, for drama, a Poulet win would be better. But no, Finlay Smith's had a great season. There's Woods there, invalidates on his lap. And we'll try and catch someone on their lap. I'm not really sure who, because a lot of people have, yeah, I mean, a lot of people are on slow laps at this current time. We'll watch on with, Andrew is not there, sorry. Oh, Andrew is spinning. Not sure what happened there. I guess he just went a little bit wide. Is Charlotte coming into the pits? Okay, she is. Watch Hugo. We don't watch Hugo that often. Nope, it was actually Van der Sar, I believe, that was finishing. Okay, we'll watch Andrew, because we don't watch Andrew that much. Currently hasn't set a lap time, so sat down in P19. Just needs to do something, really. We'll watch on with him, because we haven't really watched him that often. My stream has frozen on my phone. I'm very concerned by this. Oh, it was heavy freeze from my phone. I'm not sure if it was just my phone or if anyone else got that. Right, very strange. Okay, we'll watch on with Andrew as he's rounding off the final couple corners to start his lap. This twisty chicane where I believe in 23 I think the first year was, Leclerc spun. Okay, we're going to go with Poulet because he's just done a fastest sector 1, so we may as well watch him. So we just basically watched Andrew for a little bit and then decided, yeah, nah. As I believe both Ferraris are now on a lap as well, along with both McLarens. I think Salu is also on a lap a bit behind Poulet, as he's rounding through now down the very, very long straight. He's a 10th up at the moment on Nico. He's got purple sector 1 and purple sector 2. So he's doing, well, he's on par here to get top spot. And we'll see where he can put the McLaren, of course, in the driving seat for the for the Constructors' Championship tonight. Well, of course, that will be good for the McLaren team, who have been extremely dominant, I believe, as Poulet rounds the final corner and he heads up to the top of the table, loses a lot of time in that final sector compared to the Mercedes. Is level now, comes around the final corner. He goes up into P5, a good lap from him, fastest sector 3 as well for him as well. Yep, nice. As Napolitano now is finishing his lap, as the Hugo there goes up into P9. As we have just over 6 minutes left of the session remaining, Napolitano goes up into P11. That's a good lap from him. Now we'll watch on with Andrew, who are watching at the start of the lap, well, before he started the lap, as he crosses the line and he goes up into P5 and in a much better position, and also fastest in sector 3. So a very good lap from him. I believe Marley might be on a lap here, as they were a bit out of sync. I don't think they're on a lap. Who could be on a lap? We've just kind of watched everyone do their laps, so I guess we look just kind of chill now. As we'll go to Marley and Poulet, and we'll look. There you go. In the first and second sector, it was very close between them still, but yeah, in the first and second sector, very close. But Nico just has the edge in that third sector. Poulet with the second, so maybe gone. Maybe a little bit, maybe just a little, words. Maybe just suits the car a little bit more in the twistier section. As the two Ferraris are squabbling away behind. Don't really want to be the second one to come into the pits, I guess. As we just watch everyone kind of filter into the pits. There's a couple people retiring. So we have under 5 minutes left, so we'll start to see some people come out for their final runs. We'll watch, I don't actually know how to say your name, it's pretty much Vodki. Well, I'm not really sure. Yep, cheers mate. Just been called him out. Yep, thanks for that. On God, we love Custom Buckle 38 though, like. Yeah, see, I don't want to say vodka, like, that just seems like such a weird name for someone. Yeah. Gang, we have someone called Booty Cam Slide, lad. What am I saying? Alex Combs would be too elite, to be honest. We have to nerf him, you see. Martin, I'm really sorry. As a lot of the front runners retiring from the session, believes their laps are good enough anyway, which I'm pretty sure they will be, as we'll watch Vodka on his lap. And you don't really get a lot of Alpine action. You normally get Marley being a terrorist. And what is it? Alpine currently a bit thin on money at the moment, but they did receive a little bit of an injection after selling Mills, which is good. Didn't even realise that they were in the lobby, what? It's a decent first sector from... I don't know what to say, to be honest. It's a decent first sector from Vodka there. As we head now to what... I don't know what to say. It's just a standard lap. We've got just under 3 minutes left, so we'll start to see a couple people come out for their final runs. As... what's that? Ryan starts his lap. Vodka about a 10th up at the moment on Van der Saan, who is currently sat in P15, which is not great for him considering his form this season. He's been very good. I don't think he's actually been out qualified by a teammate. I believe that was the case, but he's going out for another lap, as are everyone up to P12. Nathan, I'm sure, will be heading out of the pits just now, as he literally does as we go. And Vodka finishes his lap and goes up into P11. A great last sector there, considering the time. And just behind their teammate, but that is a good lap indeed. Now we'll go to Ben, who is currently... Bentley. Sorry, my bad. Bentley, who is in the first sector currently. I think maybe, actually, sorry... I think Charlotte will be the next across the line, as she's green in sector 1, and okay, she's decided to bail out of her lap. These are the best conditions for Charlotte, though, to be fair, because they are this is a track for Ratty Wings. Actually, it's probably the worst conditions for Charlotte, because normally she runs lower wings than everyone else, and I don't think you can do that really here. Yeah, cheers, mate. As Ryan here finishes his lap. He hasn't got enough time for another lap after this. He goes P16, so I believe that will be him out of the session. We'll go to Bentley now, as he has got a little bit of traffic ahead. Touches the wall on the inside as well. Can we get a nice leaderboard change? That is not great, as I think that's Van der Saan there. A little bit impeding, and Bentley has decided to bail out of his lap. So he is also out of the session in P20. As we see a couple other people now start to do their laps, as Woods is one of them. I'm trying to find who is that car right there. Is that Skunker? It's indeed not Skunker. Who is that car right there? Is that Marley? No. What is that car? I don't know. It's a blue car. It's one of them. Someone. I don't even know. Might be Pablos. Ah, it's Pablos. Okay. As Pablos invalidates on his lap in P15 as well. So he is very much under threat. But Van der Saan here is off the track, so he's made a mistake somewhere, so he won't improve. Nathan, probably one of the better people that can improve. Same with Skunker as well. We see how Skunker's lap is going at the moment. Green in Sector 1. Can he do a good Sector 2 time? Pablos very much at threat. Skunker, his teammate, could knock him out here. But it's very, very close. Half a tenth between the two. I'm sure that Nathan is also on a very quick lap. And Arthur Woods might want to also look over his shoulder in the Ferrari as he's finishing his lap. But we'll see if Skunker can improve a little bit and knock out his teammate. It's going to be close as we head through turn 14 and 15 into turn 16 as well. The checkered flag is now out. And are we going to see Skunker knock out his teammate? Woods went up to P6, so he is safe. which is good for the Ferrari. Skunker, can he knock out his teammate as he crosses the line? And it's always P17, a tenth behind, so he can't do it. Now we look at Nathan, who is the only person, I believe, that can actually knock out Pablos. Pablos might be really thinking, well, praying for Nathan to bottle his lap. Can he do it? As we head now around the final corner. Can Nathan get into Q2? No, he can't. He stays P19 and Racing Bulls P19 and P20. That is awful. And Pablos there will breathe a sigh of relief as he remains in the session. That is a poor lap from Nathan, to be honest. I didn't expect that, but it's only 3 attempts between him and the drop zone. But we have got our eliminated drivers there, with Ryan in the Sauber being the top of the bunch, with Skunker in the Williams. Van der Saan unlucky on his final run, and the 2 Racing Bulls of Nathan and Bentley getting knocked out as well. And pretty poor overall, as we have a little look for a couple of those, as I don't think anyone got a 5th place, which is good, because there was that contact at the start of the session. As we wait now to head into Q2. That's really cool, James. No one cares about your random race, though, fella. We have in the lobby at the moment, which is pretty fire. Hope you guys have had... I don't even know. Winning the RFC... James, when you raced in RFC, I'm pretty sure you had 3 DNFs. So... yeah, I mean, he was stinky. I signed him to Ferrari as well. What was I thinking? Finished. Right. We're finally getting underway. For Q2. Getting underway is a line. Don't think I'm actually doing it. As we wait around for most likely Marley to be the first driver out. As oh, they've been beaten out by a Haas. As that's Adam Locke. Nice one, Marley. As Adam will lead us round the first lap of qualifying. Of course, the tradition here where we watch the first person who comes out. Marley normally takes the cake and is actually pushing on the lap as well to get back past Adam. So Marley will probably be the first person to do a lap. It's a great little tradition, and we will keep it up forever. As no. You probably won't win tomorrow either. Alpine saying about winning. You're not even Alpine, actually. Wait, I forgot you got sacked. So actually, you could reserve. Oh, I think you're reserving for McLaren, actually. So, How about if your 18-fold ACCA for the Europa League comes in, then I'll let you commentate. I think that's a better deal. As Marley's leading us round. We're about to start the first couple laps of Q2. Currently, probably the ones at risk will be like the Alpines, the Hasses, maybe Hazy, but he seemed very quick, maybe a bit too quick for the division. And Hugo might be at risk as well, considering his teammates struggled so much in Q1. And actually, I think that's... oh, is it? We'll just... yoink. We have some cooler stuff coming next season as well with the graphics. They're going to look even better as Marley sets purple sector 1, of course, but it doesn't matter. Well, it's because he was like P7 in Q1 though. And I noticed him in the last race as well in the Haas. He did the exact same. So he is not like, yeah, this pace. It's just unfortunate. I just can't wait to drop numbers as Marley gets, of course, another good sector time there in the second sector. Can't wait for next season. Well, not next season, the season after, when we do sign-ups again. And I tell people that they have to do a short quali and a 25% race. And they cry, and we end up getting like 20 sign-ups. I'm so excited. No. Marley rounds through the final corner. We'll see what lap time is the benchmark. It's a 32.2. And that is the benchmark for everyone else. Instantly beaten by Adam Locke. And Nico there can't beat Adam as Level there goes up into P4. The Red Bull of Charlotte only good enough for P4 as well. What was that? Level up to P4, I think I just said, which I didn't mean. As Salu crosses the line, goes up into second. That's a great lap from Level to head up into that position. As we got Hazy and Andrew now coming round towards the end of their laps. As Hazy goes up into P2, and this is what I mean. And Andrew can only go P3. As there's a penalty there for Napolitano for an incident with the Ferraris. I'm not sure what's happened there. Finlay Smith is on a good lap though, so we'll watch him. Poulet about to finish his lap. We'll see where he goes as well. And Smith, purple sector 1, purple sector 2, only green in sector 3, but goes top of the table by just about a tenth. And that is a good lap for him as his championship rival only manages P11. So a slow lap from Poulet. And Hugo will be next across the line, I believe, who has just started his lap. So we've got a long lap to watch. As Charlotte currently the driver at risk in P10 in the Red Bull, so will probably improve on her lap as Hugo is currently around a tenth and a bit slower than Charlotte, so needs to lock in for the rest of the lap. The Aston is a bit of a dog down the straight, so will struggle with that straight line speed, but you can't really do much about that. As heads through now through turn 12 and now on the long run down the straight is a little bit faster in that second sector, so is now up on Charlotte. Needs to finish the lap well, has a little bit of traffic ahead, which I'm sure they will get out of the way. There's the Haas there, the first one keeps out of the way enough as Hugo now heads through turn 14, 15 and 16. And it seems to be a pretty clean sector 3 so far. We'll see whereabouts that can put him on the table. I predict around like P9 maybe if he can finish. Well, as he crosses the line, it's only P12, but still only around a tenth away from Charlotte. Next one across the line is Vodka. The two Hasses currently looking pretty strong. Just realised that Pablos is all the way up in P4 as well. Most likely did his lap on new tyres. As Vodka crosses the line, goes top of the table as well with a 31.5. That is a great lap from him, from them. And in the Alpine, who has been struggling, tops the table. That is a very, very good lap. As Finlay Smith may be producing an answer here. I'm not 100% if he's still on a lap. I think he is. And he was slower in sector 1, but gets a purple sector 2 there. He's up by a tenth now. I think he's on used tyres, so if Hazy did his lap on old tyres, I will not be happy. As Smith, in a very important evening for himself in the championship fight, Comes round through the final corner and improves on his lap. No, he doesn't, sorry. He doesn't improve on his lap. I just assumed he would after that second sector. Loses a lot of time in that third sector. Maybe just the tyres have given everything they can. As Woods now is on a lap in the Ferrari. Struggling Ferrari this season. Really been in nowhere in the other two divisions. Of course, Div 3 fighting for the title. And in Div 2 and 1, it's a completely different story. As Woods now is keeping it tidy, keeping it clean. We'll see how he compares to Nico, who's currently down in P10 in the Mercedes. Yeah, I mean, he's invalidated, so he will not improve on this lap. Yeah, Charlotte, you are right. Charlotte, the quali merchant. Oh, Nico is on a lap. We will watch him. Purple in Sector 1. So, has clearly strapped on a set of new tyres and is now looking in, ready for his, what could be final lap. Charlotte, I've seen your quali pace, mate. You said your quali pace is getting better. You are a quali merchant. As Nico there is about 2.5 attempts up on Vodka, as Pule there gets fastest in Sector 1. Probably has put on a new set of tyres as well. As Nico gets a little bit of a slipstream from his teammate. Not much, really. I don't really think that was much at all. Yep. As Nico rounds through the final corner. Don't really know what to say. And he could be on for provisional. Yeah, he has. He's gone top of the table. And all now can relax and just finish his lap. Marley there comes in to the pits. Pule is finishing his lap, so we'll watch him. Purple in Sector 1, purple in Sector 2. So it's been a great lap from him in the McLaren. And Vodka has retired, so believes that their lap is good enough, which I'd agree with, to be fair. Martin, go away. As Pule rounds the final corner, and he tops the table there by 5 tenths. And Nico has no chance, really, against that lap. Purple Sector 1 and 2 there. That is a great lap. That is a statement lap from Pule. That is an unbelievable job. As we can actually compare him to... Yeah, all of that time came from the second sector alone. So, clearly just nailed every single corner. That is, that's crazy. Oh my god, the auto mod held for aggression. What the hell, Marley? Marley's message was held for aggression. That's crazy. As people start to now... what's it? Head round to start their final laps. As we have just about 3.5 minutes left of the session remaining. So it's crunch time. And really only the person that needs a lap is Arthur Woods there. Down in P15, he needs a lap. As Level now, currently P5, starts his what could be final lap of qualifying. 2. And will be, well, Salu is ahead as well. But we'll keep on with Level. As the Ferraris don't get that much love. It's always the McLarens and Mercedes this season. With a little sprinkle of Red Bull, but you haven't been seeing that much recently, as already 3 attempts down, which would still put him second, so it's still a good still a good time. But considering that most of the time from Pule's lap compared to Nico's was in that second sector, I'd want my first sector to be level with what he's doing. Pardon the pun, didn't mean that. Yeah, the Ferrari's got incredible straight line speed as well. So it should be a lot faster down this straight. 8 tenths down already on Poulet. That will put him around P7. But that is a very close margin between like P7 and, to be fair, P9 as well. So there is it's close, and Level really needs to have a good final sector here. However, there is time after this for another lap if he does want one. It needs to be pretty quick, but he's got enough time for it. Poulet sets the fastest sector 2 as well. He's improving on his fastest in his sector 2 already. As he goes level, stays P6 there. And next one across the line, I believe, will be Hazy. So we'll watch him finish his lap in the Sauber. Currently P7. We'll see whereabouts he can put it after this lap as he goes up into P2. I mean, that is just unfair. He needs to leave. You need to leave. As who's that? Is that Poulet there finishing his lap? We're about to see it. Goes faster again, but Andrew's done a great lap as well to head up into P2. And who will be next across the line? I think it's going to be Wood. No, sorry. That's Wood's outlap. A couple people on outlaps, actually. We'll watch Charlotte as she is finishing her lap. A little bit of traffic ahead. So needs to get out the way, which the Haas did. The Alpine ahead. Not causing any issues. This will be... there. Yeah, Pablos as well does need to go. As Charlotte crosses the line, where can she go? She goes up into P6. Will that be safe by the end of the session? Who knows? Salu, is he on another lap, or does he have time for another lap? I think it will be tight, so I don't think he will. We'll try and catch someone who's kind of like finishing a lap would be quite nice. I'm not sure who that car is ahead, so we'll watch Adam Locke here as he's currently P12. Both Hasses in the drop zone. Lol. Sorry, Martin's somehow trying to say, yeah, I don't know. Okay, the checkered flag is now out. Vodka's decision to DNF, maybe not a smart one. And I believe Finlay Smith is on the lap as well. He is kind of at risk at the moment. We'll see what Adam Locke can do compared to Level. As round through the final corner, can he scrape the Haas through into the next part qualifying? He can. That's a P4 as well. These guys have decided that for the last couple of weeks, we're just gonna like not hide the fact that we've been too fast. Finlay Smith, currently P10, really does need a good lap here. He rounds the final corner. Can he get into the next part qualifying? He can. That is a lot better. Goes up into P2. And that is safe. Level is out of the session as well. He is in the pits. And, well, he's probably DNF'd, I don't even know. Marley there goes up into P12. Napolitano, can he get the other Haas in? He can, into P6. What these random cars, as Hugo goes only P12. So we have our cars out, and Woods there just couldn't do another session. So both the Alpines are out, both the Ferraris are out, which is crazy for them. And Hugo there in the Aston comes home in P12. We have our top 10. I don't think it's just Vegas. I think the Ferrari, just something about them. As there, have to remember Napolitano has a 5th place. I mean, why is I don't know, a Sauber P4, 2 Hasses P5 and P6, and a Williams P7. The Williams P7 is okay, but ahead of those names is crazy. I don't get it. I just don't get it, guys. Oh yeah, Vodka actually ego retired. Thank you, Skunker. Yeah, Vodka getting knocked out after doing 1 lap, saying it's fast enough. I did also say maybe that's fast enough. Martin, you need to get a grip, buddy. Just because he's benefiting, he won't hate on anything, but you know, it's because he's benefiting from it. So that's it. Classic, really, from Martin. Charlotte CP in the next part of quali. We'll take CP from GPR. Okay, no Marley in this session, so Marley will not be the first car out on track, which is sad. And it's going to be McLaren. It's Salu. Okay, so we'll see Salu do his lap first. James is doing a league race, to be fair. And Mons, I think, just didn't want to do it. He did Div 3, to be fair, and he'll do Div 1 tomorrow. So Mons gets overworked. I have him, like, I whip him, lads. Like, yeah, poor Mons. Show Mons some love. He created all these graphics, you don't even get to use them. I just steal them. It's great. Oh, that's grim. That is grim. No, Martin, I don't want to speak to you in a moment. So, only a couple drivers coming out at the moment. So, not too interesting. Of course, start of Q3 is never going to be crazy, but... yeah, I still love you, Martin, don't worry. As Salu, since coming to McLaren, has been a different driver from what we've seen at Alpine. He has been very, very quick. And got his first win recently as well, so... this is... oh, no, Skunker, please. But we're going to see Salu do his first lap. Has he got another set of fresh softs ready for this? As he heads round through the first couple corners, has a Williams coming out of the pit, stays well out the way. That is what his counterpart in Div 3 did not do, or could have done, if he hadn't stopped on the apex of the corner. And it's a pretty neat and tidy Sector 1 so far. Not really, of course, lighting up the timing boards. Not that I'd know what a good lap time is, because I don't think I've ever raced this track outside of a 100% race I did for career mode. Oh no, I did a 5-lapper actually. Tell a lie. Don't think that counts though. Yeah, this guy commentates and owns a league. Right. As Salu rounds through turn 12 now down the massive straight. Poulet giving him a great slipstream, which is going to benefit him hugely in this final sector. And look at this slip the whole way down the straight. This is perfect teamwork from the two McLarens, and you'd hope that, you know, Salu will do the same for Poulet as he gets out of the way. That was a great bit of work there from the two McLaren drivers. And we'll see what kind of lap time Salu can put down on his first lap as he rounds through towards the final corner. And sets a 30.8. So it's a strong first lap. Sorry, my friends were messaging me. As next across the line is Pablos. No, Pablos has just died, sorry. Hazy, next across the line. He across the line, goes 4 attempts slower than Salu. Nico, nope, it will be Finlay Smith next to cross the line. Purple in Sector 1, Purple in Sector 2. Can't nail that final sector. I mean, that slipstream was insane from Poulet, so that is crazy. As Andrew there can only manage P4. Next across the line, I believe, is going to be Adam Locke. No, it's going to be... let's have a look. It's going to be Nico. As Napolitano there is on an outlap. Nico about a 10th down at the moment on Salu already. As Poulet there sets fastest sector 2. He's been really strong in that second sector tonight. As Napolitano starts his lap. So now, after this, Charlotte deciding to stay in the pits for the first run of laps. So maybe not having an extra set of tyres. But here we'll see Nico. Where can he put that Mercedes car? Only good enough for P5. As Poulet next across the line. He goes second place. Salou giving it... that slipstream he gave Salou, sorry, was incredible. That he will not beat that. Pablos next across the line in the Williams. Where can he go? And it's P8. So a slow lap from him. Charlotte's decided to grace us with her presence on track. This is a yellow flag now as Charlotte now tries not to slow down people that aren't on laps. And Napolitano here. About 3.5 attempts down on Salou at the moment. We'll put him near his teammate who's currently P4. That Ferrari engine really is good down the straights. And we'll see what can he do through these final couple corners and down this last straight. I don't really know what to say. And can he get near his teammate who has done an incredible lap so far? He crosses the line. It's only good enough for P8. I mean, only is a bit crazy, to be fair. That's still a great lap for him. Okay, CP will be next to do a lap. We'll get to watch on board with her and see her entire lap. I say on board. We will not be jumping on board. I don't believe in on board when it's quali. It just feels wrong. There's Charlotte here in the Red Bull since coming in. Got 2 podiums in her debut first 2 races. And even a pole position as well at one of those races. So if she says anything about her quali, granted it was in the wet, then it's crazy. However, recent times missed a couple races, not been as fast as she was at the start of her Red Bull career. And I just don't like onboards in quali. I just feel like they're weird. I like to just have the outside perspective during quali. As CP now heading towards turn 12 and then down the very long straight. And matching Salou as well in the first and second sectors. She's been doing an incredible lap so far. Just needs to nail that sector behind as well. Poulet has been setting purple sectors. So purple sector 1, purple sector 2. And we'll see what Charlize can do in this final sector. She's got Haas in front of her going a little bit slowly, but will be fine and out of the way. We've got about 3.5 minutes left. So just enough time for people to start coming out now as Charlotte crosses the line. Where can she go? She goes up into 4th, about 10.5 behind. That's a good lap for her as Poulet invalidates on his lap and has to come into the pits. And I believe, who's that going to be setting the... Oh, it's just resetting. Okay. As Salou. Ooh, that's risky there to fully stop on circuit, but fair enough. Right. Who will be the first one to do a lap? It's going to be Finlay Smith. Will be the first one to do a lap. I think Charlotte has the same. Okay, it's just said that Finlay Smith's got sector 1. I think that's because it's resetting from Poulet's invalid. On God, we don't want Charlotte to win. Alright, Rhea, we'll do an onboard, like, little section. Maybe. Finlay Smith. So what could be his final qualifying lap of the session. So, needs to bag something here. He's currently P3. Those 2 McLarens up ahead. He needs something to fight against them. He needs to go against Poulet. Because if Salou as well finishes ahead of him, he will defend as much as he can as we run on board with him, because Rio has been begging it quite a lot. He's got quite plenty ERS for that long straight. As you see the sphere in the background, it's crazy. We watch on board with Smith through the second sector. Yeah, the final chicane's okay, but yeah. And it's not a great sector 1, and behind him Nico is doing purple sector 1s here, so it's going to be difficult for Finlay Smith to salvage this lap. He's 2.5 attempts up though on Salu in the second sector, which is great. A really good salvage of the lap. Yeah, okay, onboards are okay, but yeah. They're not like... I just don't use them. I just like to sit there and mong out. As Smith needs something incredible in this final couple corners. Charlotte's retired, so she wasn't going to do another lap. This will be Finlay Smith's final lap. What can he do here? As he heads through towards the final corner, he needs to salvage something really good in this final final sector. As he goes provisional pole position by 1/2 a tenth. And that is a good statement, and now leaves it all up to Poulet and Salu to improve on their laps as well. Nico, purple in sector 1, green in sector 2. He really needs to do something crazy in this final corner to get up with his teammate as he crosses the line. He goes provisional pole, takes it away from his teammate by 100 of a second. Salu can't beat that, sorry. He crosses the line, I think it's now on his fast lap. As a couple of people still finishing, sorry, not finishing, starting their laps. Pablos is going to finish his lap, I think, just before the checkered flag, but he won't be able to do another lap after this. We'll see where he can put the Williams as he crosses the line, and it's good enough for P7 as it stands. That is a good lap from him. Hazy will be next to cross the line. This is the calm before the storm, really, as the checkered flag is now out. We won't see the two Mercedes do another lap, but we will see both McLarens do their laps as Hazy crosses the line in the Sauber. Where does he go? Only P6. Of course, only is crazy. As Salu is on a slow lap. He's taking one for the team against his teammate. Andrew's on a lap as well, but he's taking one for the team against his for his teammate. As Andrew is actually improving on Nico's time. No, sorry, he's down by 10th. What am I saying? As Poulet here has set fastest in Sector 2. And look at this slipstream now. Salu repaying the favour from Poulet at the start of the session. Andrew gets out the way. Sorry, that's not Andrew, that's Nico. Gets out of the way. And Poulet has had an incredible slipstream down that straight. Salu sacrificed his time so that Poulet can get his. I think Salu might have messed up his final lap. Are we going to see Poulet dominate? I think we are by the look of it. Let's see what happens as he crosses the final corner. Andrew takes provisional pole. It's going to get taken away from Poulet by a tenth and a half. And that is Poulet on pole position for this race. Smith can't do anything about that. And Poulet takes pole position with Andrew between him and his teammate, and also and his championship rival, and also Nico, with Finlay Smith under pressure from Salu as well, right behind. That is going to be an interesting first couple corners, as Smith has got quite a lot to go for. Charlotte P7 getting beaten by a Haas. That is what happens. I heard it's the second Red Bull seat curse. Don't know why we're taking so long to start, because, like, I mean, everyone's, yeah, no one's on a lap, everyone's just sat in the pits. There we go. And there we are, the end of the first, the final of Q3. Poulet on pole position, with Andrew right behind. Andrew was doing a great lap that we kind of missed, to be honest. and the two Mercedes lining up on the second row of the grid. Salu, of course, P5. Himmy Dimes doing a great lap. Sorry, Andy? What? Adam doing a great lap. And both Hasses getting into Q3, but of course, Napolitano will move down 5 positions from that 5th-place grid pen. But we head into the race at 20, and from the look of it, it's looking like clear skies. Charlotte being in the stream chat feels like when I can't remember the clip that I don't know how to explain the clip I'm on about. Damn it. Me when I can't just use a clip instead of I have to like explain the clip. It's finished. No, it's not like a bad. No, it's not. It's nothing like bad. I just like can't explain it in my own head, so I can't explain it at all. Ugh, that's weird. Okay, as we get underway for the formation lap. And only Vodka starting on the hards there. Everyone else starting on mediums. I think the strategy is a one-stop. Oh, sorry. Of course, as we've got a couple minutes, we could just remind ourselves. I mean, it's saying, of course, 25 and 12 points, but we can just remind ourselves of the championship, where there is a 22-point gap. Maybe not the best to use it during a formation lap. Maybe I should have just brought it up later, but here we are. And of course, the Drivers' Championship at play this season. There's also the Constructors, which they need to gain 13 points on Mercedes. Oh, I've just seen it's coming up with, yeah. Of course, Mercedes 3-4, McLaren 1-5. I mean, it's going to be close between the two. I think both teams this season have been the best in Division 2. And to be fair, over the course of the season, I'd say, like, over all divisions, Mercedes have been stronger than, Mercedes and McLaren have been the stronger of the teams. Red Bull of late have been very good as well, with Div 1, Div 2, and Div 3 a little bit not so, but no, Div 3 as well. Div 3 just getting unlucky. So Red Bull have kind of salvaged their season after half a season. They kind of got into a groove, but it's really been like, you know, those two have been very good across the whole season. Sally there parking on a little bit of a piss, gets disqualified and has to gets a bad position. We're not betting, gang. As we get ready for the Las Vegas Grand Prix. Yeah, wow, that was super energy. And we are underway for the 12th time this season. And it's a good start from Andrew, who's already down the inside of Poulet. And there's a little bit of contact between the two Mercedes behind, fighting and not going easy as Andrew takes the lead, followed by Poulet. The two Mercedes side by side here. We've got a fight for third position. And I'm not sure why the Mercedes are fighting so hard. I'm really unsure. Nico is the lead one of the two, not letting his teammate pass. As further back, there's a couple drivers going side by side down the straight. As Nico holds on to the position. Charlotte there under a little bit of pressure. As we just reset. Oh, dear. As it's... Oh, was that Adam just... Okay, right. There's absolute carnage. Hugo is retired. And there's a virtual safety car. I'm not sure what's just happened there. You can see Hugo struck in there. And Napolitano getting a 10-second penalty for a collision with Nathan. Hugo out of the race. Nathan all the way at the back as well. I'm really not sure what happened there, but... Poor. I don't know what he's even on about, to be honest, Mons. But Andrew gets the best of the starts. Getting the better over Poulet, which is of course in the constructors is important, as the VSC is ending now. So we'll look out for drive-throughs as Charlotte runs a little bit wide there. Andrew's kind of gone pretty early. Make sure he doesn't go too early. No one gets a drive-through, and we're all good. Further back, Van der Sant there scrapping away. I think Skunk has just gone absolutely flying. And he's got wing damage. He's got puncture. How has he got a puncture? It's lap 2. Right, okay. Well, Skunk has got a puncture. Yeah. What the hell? That is... I don't even know how... Yeah, I mean, that is awful for the Williams team. Luckily, they're not as financially struck in at the moment as they were, you know, a couple of weeks ago. As these front guys kind of sticking together. Kind of seems like it's going to be a very DRS trading race. I've got a feeling the top 6 have pulled away from Adam Locke there. So there's kind of like 2 separate fights going on at the moment, really. And we'll probably see an overtake now from Poulet towards turn 14, I believe it is. As Andrew sets the fastest sector 2. But it's going to be difficult to fend off someone with DRS and slipstream around this track. However, everyone kind of runs low wings here, so it shouldn't be too bad as Andrew stays ahead this time around. The 2 Mercedes not swapping at all, and straight on there is Salu. No, it's not Salu, sorry. Who was it? It's Charlotte. Charlotte's gone straight on. I'm trying to cut to her. I'm really sorry. Just goes straight on at turn 14. Completely misses the corner and drops down there to P13. So that is poor from Charlotte. Not really sure what made her want to do that, but Andrew holding off at the moment in the lead. The top 4 kind of in a league of their own now. Sorry, top 5. I can't count. As there's a yellow flag further behind. I'm not really sure what that is. I think that's Charlotte again getting involved a little bit. Not sure what's going on further back. As we have a look at Pablos fighting round Bentley. Side by side. Leave just enough space. So that's a little bit. Maybe count it fine. And Pablos makes up into P11. 2 Ferraris sat 9th and 10th at the moment as well. For them is not great. I am never saying that ever. Do not even... I don't even know what to say. Marley's going to be bearing this guy for like 5 years. There's a yellow flag. Marley, I believe that is in the... Another puncture. Have I done something wrong here? I really don't think I have. Yeah, well... Further up, there's a fight between the Alpine and Level. This is an okay shot. As Level makes their way above Vodka there, up into P8. And Poulet sitting pretty close at the moment to Andrew. As we sit on board, there's a yellow flag. That's Charlotte again in a wall this time. Round turn 15 and 16. So she is struggling like heavy. Charlotte just cursed, it seems, at the moment. Her teammate's still leading the race as well. As she continues on, so hopefully no damage for her. As Poulet is very close at the moment to Andrew, probably the closest he's been. Josh, shut up. It's like the worst thing ever. As Poulet now has a good chance. He's closer to Andrew this time, so if he can get a good run off down the straight, he can try and make the move stick. He's kind of about as close to Andrew as Nico is to him. Finlay Smith under pressure from Salu though. Salu makes the move on Finlay Smith. I don't think Finlay Smith has DRS. He didn't. And further back at the front as well, Poulet makes the move for the lead. Poulet takes the lead of the race. Finlay Smith under pressure from Salu. Oh, it's Nico, sorry. When did that happen, mate? Reading. I can't read. Finlay Smith is actually sat third, mate. And Nico has actually just dropped back a little bit and got behind Salu. So, car in between Poulet and Finlay Smith at the moment. Poor Marley. She's had a... They have had a bad race. My bad. I've just called Marley a she. My bad. Speaking of bad races and she's, Charlotte Perkins, mate. That's where it's at. Poulet takes his turn now as Charlotte retires on track as well. Well, we're going to have a little look at that as there's a safety car now. Has she gone straight on? I'm not sure what's happened there. She crashed there last time as well. And her car has disappeared, so we couldn't see whereabouts she actually crashed. But Charlotte there retiring from the race. Doesn't really help her teammate out very much, this safety car, but maybe people could pit, go for the two-stop. Charlotte, if I find out that that was on purpose, I'm not going to be very happy with you. Marley, you're back in the race. Boom. Yep, that brings Nathan and Marley back into that race. Oh, that's unlucky. Oh, puncture as well. Okay, so lots of punctures. I'm not sure why. As everyone comes into the pits here, I wonder if we'll see Salu and Nico come in as well. Yeah, they've decided to come in, and a bit of wing damage there, a bit of contact, sorry. As Nico gets a 10-second penalty for that collision. That is crazy. Wow, of course she did. Okay, Vodka's taken the lead of the race on the different strategy. Starting on the hards. Maybe that was the strat. Maybe that was the play this race. As Salu hasn't been held up much. Nico's been held up a little bit. Lost 2 positions. One second. Okay, we're back. How does this affect the constructors' standings? Well, McLaren will not be champions if the result stays as it is. But Nico dropping back a little bit kind of does help out once Vodka, of course, gets into a position they should be. And if we look at the Drivers' Championship as well, for some reason the graphics not working where it moves. That's very sad. But the Drivers as well, I mean, the gap closes ever so slightly to 16 points instead. So closes a little bit if we continue. I want to refresh them. Okay, as we're on safety car, we'll refresh them. And now if we go to here, it's moving. Okay. Thanks, Mons. Right, we are 6 laps into this race so far. Vodka leads in the Alpine, but provisional race leader is actually Finlay. And then you have Andrew there in P2, really, and Finlay Smith in a provisional P3. Charlotte crashed out not that long ago, which caused the safety car. Hugo DNF'd on lap 1 after a big crash that caused a virtual safety car. And Nico just got a 10-second penalty for colliding with the back of Salu as they came into the pits. And what else happened? There's been a lot of punctures. So it's been a weird race. I don't know why I've just started doing like a little recap to nobody asked. I just decided to do a recap for everyone. It's all fun and games. Can I look at... This doesn't work anymore, which is really sad. There's one part on the graphic. You see the globe thing, whatever it's even called. I can't even remember what it's called now. Okay, let's look at the bigger gainers. You've got Bentley up 9, Vodka up 9, of course, because of the because of the strategy. I mean, Hazy up 2, which is pretty good. Could be up 3 as well. The Ferrari of level there, up 2 as well into the points. Ryan's just decided to overtake, which is very strange. And there's the gap to the leader at the moment. I mean, Marley trying to catch up the grid as quick as possible after a poor start. The safety car's in this lap as well, and they are at the end of the straight, and Marley is at the start. So that is going to be a difficult gap to close. It's around 9 seconds. Will be last minute as they're starting to slow down now. Vodka will lead us away and may get swamped by the faster guys behind him. Them. And Marley has not caught the safety car. It's an Alpine sandwich. We are going green again. And Andrew is all over the back of Poulet at the start. Not managed to get past. I thought that was an easy move. Done deal. He's tried to go for the inside this time. It turns into the outside for turn 3. And it's not going to happen. Further back moves for Ryan. And Poulet there heads down the straight wanting to defend from Andrew. Doesn't want to let him pass this early. As Andrew tries to take round the outside, can't do it. Nico there making a move past Hazy. Vodka still leading as well, but Poulet hunting him down ever so slightly. As we head now through turn 8 and turn 9. And Andrew all over the back of Poulet. Poulet not being able to get close enough to the Alpine ahead. However, down this straight, a very good chance. Of course, no DRS because of the... it's the lap after a safety car. And Poulet needs a good exit out of turn 12. He has got one. Andrew's got a good one as well. Needs to close down that gap. He's definitely closing down that gap. Burning as much as he can. Pulls to the side. Alpine is getting swole. Tries to defend. Getting a slipstream of Poulet. And almost swipes Andrew. Completely accidental there, as Finlay Smith is going to try and get past as well. So that, and Finlay Smith can't get past. Andrew does get past Vodka there, and now it's all down to Finlay Smith, who hits the wall. Finlay Smith hits the wall, maybe gets damaged there, gets lucky, I think, as Salu's down to P7 as well. Salu struggling to fight with Hazy, as the DRS is now enabled, and Hazy down the inside of Salu. Watching the Sauber put up a real good fight against the McLaren, really slowing down Salu, which is helping, of course, the Mercedes, as Adam there gets a great exit round the corner, gets past Hazy, now can have a little go on a move on the McLaren, doesn't get it done though. As Adam lags around a little bit here, then he gets a 3. And all that needs to happen now really is Salu needs to gain up a little bit and try and get back into the fight, because currently getting dropped a little bit from the top 4. Finlay's trying to drop Andrew as well. As we watch on with Adam Locke, who is doing very well, keeping up with Salu. Now Salu has, Vodka here has been dropped by everyone pretty much as they pass. The fasting, a little bit of movement into the path of Salu there. Maybe a bit cheeky from Vodka, as Vodka's about to get swamped by a Haas as well. Has DRS, but it might not be enough as Adam has already got past, and Nico there moves up in Salu, moves up. Oh, Salu under pressure. It's close, and oh my god, I thought it was contact. It was so close between those drivers through turn 16. I thought there was contact, but there wasn't. As we're back onto the leaders. And we're onto Salu, and Andrew's behind. Andrew's behind. Wait, what? Andrew just dropped to P5. I don't know when that happened. This is a yellow flag, and Arthur Woods has decided to retire. Now, I don't pay any attention. I'm so confused of why Andrew what's that? Who is that? Sorry. Van der Sar has just got a 10-second penalty for all this side by side. Salu and Andrew, little bit of contact there. The two drivers not making it easy on each other, are they? And Andrew making contact with Salu. Salu doesn't seem very quick at the moment. Seems to be struggling a little bit when you compare it to his teammate, who is currently 1.5 seconds ahead of Finlay. Oh, Charlotte, go away. I ain't even done Div 3 reports yet. I just regret doing them. Yeah, it's not very fun, this life. Andrew has a great chance on Salu here. Pulls to the outside. Are we going to see an easy move? Yes, we are, with DRS, and he's up to P4. Now they need to start working together. Adam Locke is sitting there as well. Further behind, that was level, going side by side. Poor Marley has retired, I've just seen. And that's actually quite bad for Alpine financially. But, yeah, oh well. Marley very unlucky again this race, as Adam Locke is putting pressure on Salu again. Adam Locke in that Haas is really pushing the McLaren of Salu there to I don't know, trying to get past him, but it's really strange. So we're on lap 11 out of 25 now. The race has settled a little bit. Vodka, I believe, is going side by side with Level. Level has made the move. No, he hasn't. Down the inside is Vodka. Holds the move on the front. Oh, a little bit of contact, a little bit of slide there. Not really sure what happened. And now is under pressure from Nathan, who easily gets past. Down the inside. Can he hold the move? Yes, he can. Into turn 12. And gets the move done and is up into P10. And now Vodka is under pressure from Ryan and Napolitano. We could see a whitewash here from the Alpine. The Alpine's already dropped back down to P13. Ryan makes the move on Napolitano. And, tries to make the move on Napolitano. Can't make it. And Vodka there has just been absolutely swarmed, basically, by everybody. As Napolitano gets a bad exit through turn 16 and is now under pressure from Ryan, but just the straight line speed of the Haas helping out a little bit in his defence. Need food and a drink. As we are about halfway through this race. Bit of action-packed so far. Quite a lot of overtakes. Yeah, what else can I say? We'll watch on with Level at the moment as he chases down Pablos. Pablos currently doing really well in the Williams. Did well in Brazil as well. I don't remember Mexico, so... No one gets to join. Didn't even let Martin join. as Level should be able to easily get past Pablos here through towards turn 13, and doesn't get a great exit, to be honest, so not the best run to start with, and I don't think he's going to be able to make it matter. Napolitano though might be able to make a move on Nathan here as they head towards turn 14, I think. Yeah, and holds behind at the moment. These four kind of sitting in a little train. Make it 5 actually, because Ryan's right behind. And I don't think we're going to see a move there. May see a move up front with Salu, who's currently just been overtaken by Adam Locke. So Adam Locke sat in P5 at the moment. Had a couple DNFs in a row as of late. Has been lagging around, really. As Level there gets past Pablos. It's going to be side by side though through turn 5. And Pablos is going to try and fight it. No, he's going to see position, and Level there moves up into P8. That's a good move for the Ferrari. Need to be seeing a couple more. Andrew has caught up to the back of the two Mercedes, who are currently P2 and P3. Nico ahead of Finlay Smith, but that should change down this straight, I believe, because Smith will have DRS and should easily get past, pull to the side. The two Mercedes aren't going to fight each other that much this time, surely, as they were still side by side for quite a while there. Nico maybe having an equal straight line speed to Finlay Smith, but the two Mercedes need to start kind of playing that game. Really, they need to start continuing to play that game to keep Andrew behind, as Nathan there goes side by side with Adam Locke, and Adam Locke has to Napolitano, my bad, and Napolitano gets a bad exit as well and loses the position to Ryan. And now Level is trying to get back past Pablos. These two have been scrapping for a couple laps now, just can't make the move this time around, as Vodka finally comes in for their pit stop. And Van der Sant, by the way, having a horrific race again, as Level pulls the inside of Pablos and makes the move up into P8. But Pablos will probably fight this again, and they'll probably have the same kind of similar overtake again. As the leaders currently a little close to each other, but not really within striking distance with their DRS train. Finlay Smith 1.7 behind Poulet as it stands, so and Pablos needs to get a little move on to catch. Yeah, he hit him as they came into the pit stops. Nico just hit him. Andrew's got a really good run here on Nico. Can't make the move stick, but Nico makes a little mistake through turn 14 and 15, and that has set him up really nicely down the straight. Nico out of DRS almost of Finlay Smith, and it's going to be close. Oh, and that move was not on there. But Andrew just needs to get his nose out. He just can't do it. Can't get close enough to Nico here. Nico defending a little bit to try and help his teammate in this fight. As we currently look as how it stands, McLaren will still not be champions. Salu really kind of letting the points down a little bit, and they're only gaining 2 points at the moment. So something needs to change for McLaren, but Mercedes doing a great job in P2 and P3. This 10-second of Nico's may hinder them a little bit, but Salu has finally pulled away from Adam Locke as well. As we head now down through turn 12 and now down the very long straight, sector 1 for who though? It's Vodka on the new tyres. And I don't know if Nico does still have DRS. activates it, but Andrew has the superior ERS down the inside towards turn 14. Is the move done? Yes, the move is done, and Andrew moves up into the podium places and now hunts down Finlay Smith to try and get back up into P2. They're slowly gaining a little bit on Poulet. If they can work together, maybe all three of them could catch Poulet and fight for the lead. As there's another fight again between Level and Pablos as we head towards turn 1. Nathan sat behind. Nathan sat behind. This Level can't make the move this corner, but should be able to make it towards turn 4 as Nathan runs a little bit deep. As, what the hell? Level just flies past Pablos like he was going backwards there. That was crazy. What the hell? As Ryan there makes a little bit of a mistake. We're going to jump to the leaders though as they head towards the run towards turn 12, which is the main. I think it was Woody. I don't remember. Okay, Andrew not close enough to Finlay Smith this lap, but still, of course, has DRS. And actually, Smith has used all of his ERS. Andrew's so much better down the straight. He dives it down the inside, and we've got another move. And Andrew's back up into P2, and is now 1.5 seconds behind Poulet. They need to pull away. Nico is actually out of the DRS now, so it's just Finlay Smith and Andrew. And for the constructors, this is probably the worst thing imaginable for Mercedes, and for the drivers, it's another 2 points that Poulet has gained. So, yep, as Pablos has come into the pits here, I didn't really think we'd see many other pitters as Nico's got into the DRS again. And we're seeing Ryan, Pablos and Bentley all come into the pits. I'm not really sure why they need to. We'll have a little look at the tyre wear percentage. And I mean, everyone's running around 40%. You know, Adam Locke's got 50. Other than that, everyone's on 40. Skunk is on 60 in that Williams. That's crazy. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe it's just the Williams. As we have around 8 laps left remaining. Can Finlay Smith try and gain back some points in this fight and get back past Andrew? As it stands, McLaren will still not be champions. They are not gaining enough. As I said, 13 points. However, a 10-second penalty from Nico will drop them down a little bit, so anything can happen in this fight. And of course, Finlay Smith could get back past Andrew and up into P2 again. Still a long race to go. This track is rather long. Yeah, you need another 13 points from what you had. You need, yeah, so, yeah, it just works out. Okay, I was about to switch to that. Ryan and Pablos swapping after both coming into the pits. Oh, and I did hear that and wondered what that was. Vodka has absolutely smashed the wall, and a really horrible race. And that's a safety car. Really? Front wing, like full front wing in the middle of the track though, as Vodka's almost missed the pits. A little bit dangerous there to reverse, but fair enough. And has retired. It's a double Alpine DNF. Considering it's a team that is struggling for money, a double Alpine DNF could still see them retire. They may have that extra funds from Alex Mills, but we could see them in the final round of the season go bankrupt. This brings Van der Sant back into the race a little bit, which is good for him. We should see everyone pit, which means that Nico should serve his his 10-second penalty. Drive through for Bentley I don't know what Bentley's doing really to get a drive through. Why is he speeding? No, hello. I haven't added the money from Alex Mills. Yeah, I've been lagging behind a little bit. As Poulet comes into the pits, Andrew comes into the pits, Finlay Smith comes in. Nico, are we going to see him come in? Yep, he's going to serve his 10-second penalty in the pits as well. Salu's coming in. We should see every single driver come into the pits. And of course, there you are, Nico getting held a little bit in the pits as well. So that 10-second is going to kill him. And he can't get it removed now as well because it's been served. This is bad for Mercedes, bad for him. Where is he going to come out? He has come out in P7, to be fair. Hazy has dropped down a little bit, has to come out behind level. He's come out in P6. So Nico, Pablos, 10-second time penalty for speeding in the pits. Pablos in the Williams. That is the last kick of the game. Come on. It's unlucky for the Williams team as well. And Pablos, who's been doing so well. Nico, considering that situation, I very much thought he was going to be behind level Hazy and Nathan, Ryan, that kind of group, but they had a big enough gap. The safety car has saved him a little bit here, and he is behind Adam and Salu. However, it's not as bad damage as it was. So as it stands, McLaren will be Constructors' Champions this race. So at the moment they're doing enough by 2 points. Oh, and levels on the soft tyres as well. A 5-lap sprint on the softs. He's going to want it. We've got an interesting final race laps here. As Poulet on the hards is a bit well, a lot of the other front runners on the hards, Andrew on the mediums, and Nico on the mediums are going to be strong. And level on the softs is going to be very good as well. It's not over until the fat lady sings. We will have one more lap of the safety car for Van der Sant to catch up. I'm not sure if Van der Sant's even in the lobby at this point. As Ryan's just... Oh, okay, Ryan's coming to the pits. Alright. Is Van der Sant real? He seems it. He seems like he's still here. Yeah, he's just locked up a little bit. And Ryan has actually come out ahead of him. Pablos has decided to serve his 10-second as well. So now it is just a straight race to the finish. Only one person who is currently finishing the race has got 3 seconds. So fair play to everyone else. And actually only 3 free seconds were given out. So fair play to everybody here. Fair play to Aaron Hunt as well, honestly. And this has provided us with a 5-lap showdown to the end of the race. Poulet leading, Finlay Smith in third, McLaren P1, P4, Mercedes P3, P6. McLaren are within touching distance of the title at the moment. And it's all going to come down to these final couple laps. Of course, if they don't win it here, it's pretty much guaranteed that they'll win it next time out. But, yep, with 3 rounds remaining, 2 after this, it's still nice to do. Will we see the safety car come in? I remember last time it was called around the end of the straight, so we'll wait. Adam's laggy, that's his problem. Safety car hasn't been called yet, so we might get another lap. Safety car not called. We are going to have another lap, and it's going to be a 4-lap showdown. So we've lost one of those laps. And this soft strategy from level is now looking even better. Because we have another safety car lap. Everyone has caught the grid now. Pablos is at the back. Skunk has decided to come into the pits as well for the Williams. So Williams deciding to pit again. I'm guessing pitting for softs. And well, those soft tyre runners are going to be ones to watch really in the safety car restart. Same with the medium runners. The hard tyres will struggle to get up to temp. And with 4 laps of racing left, it will be interesting. It'll be nice as well if Haas don't have a DNF, because Haas have had quite a few DNFs of late, and they've been losing a lot of money, to be honest, like low-key losing quite a bit over time. And I mean, of course, with next season's, well, season 9, sorry's budget reset, every team will want to make sure they're maximising the amount that they're given and not, you know, at risk of you know, some poor decisions being bad. And of course, heading into next season, we're not going to want any teams acting how Williams and Alpine have been, and Sauber have been this season. I'll move Finlay up. I'll move Finlay up this week. I heard next week is his final race. We've got a safety car coming in. Now, 4 more laps to go. Poulet versus Andrew. Poulet versus Smith. Finlay Smith has a good chance here of trying to fight Poulet. Andrew is probably in the best spot here to win this race. Nico as well has a good chance. Level has a good chance. We are racing again in Las Vegas. Poulet with a great restart as Andrew keeps with him though this time. It's further back. Hazy trying to go for a move on level. And Nathan making a move on Napolitano. Down the outside, is he going to be able to make it stick? No, he just runs a little bit wide, almost gets punted by a Sauber. We'll go back to the lead guys as Poulet is close. As Nico there tries to make a move on Adam Locke, gets the move done there. Adam sticking with him as well. I can't look to the left, I didn't know that. And Nico makes the move up into P5 already, and now all over the back of Salu. And I think already McLaren won't win the Constructors' Championship this season. So that's all they needed to do. That's all Mercedes needed. They just need something like this. Nico is all over the back of Salu as well already. So Nico in with a good chance of overtaking the McLaren driver, who's been struggling today this time out. He's not had a great race. He's been under pressure quite a lot. Nico sits in the slipstream, trying to get something to happen. Couldn't hear myself for a minute there on the stream, so had to like turn myself up a little bit. But this top few drivers, anyone has a chance of winning it if they can make the moves, and that is the problem. Andrew has a good chance on Andrew towards turn 1. Is he going to be able to make the move stick into the inside? Nice. But just can't make it happen. And Andrew sat behind Poulet. He really could make the move if he just sits back and waits for a little bit longer. And that DRS now tactically stays behind. And at this point, when do you go? When do you overtake? Because, you know, if you overtake now, I mean, they'll just get DRS next lap and overtake you. And with 3 laps left, you really don't want to be on that final lap and you don't have DRS, so it's going to be very mind gamey for the next couple of laps until the end. And I'm sure we'll see these two fight it out on the final lap. Level not making as much of a difference as I thought on those soft tyres. Maybe just struggling with them. Maybe they're not as good of a race tyre. As Poulet sets fastest sector 2, so showing a bit of strong pace. But now Andrew, with the DRS and the slipstream, is going to make the move this lap. He's sat there, he's waiting. He's going to dummy a little bit, make sure there's no slipstream. Nico goes for the move down the inside of Salu. There's also a move from Level and Hazy, sorry. And now Adam Locke is trying to get involved with Salu. Salu under pressure again from Adam Locke. Adam Locke's been great this evening. As Salu tries to make the move down the inside of Nico. Can't make it happen this time. And just has to hold position as Adam Locke there, you see, just appears on the left a little bit. As Bentley retires in the pits there. The penultimate lap, mate. Just do it. As further up the field, it's a 10th difference between Poulet and Andrew. I think we'll see the same again, where he's reluctant to overtake here. As we head back to the leaders, these front three. As Napolitano gets a 3-second, that's going to drop him outside the points, which was looking like a double points finish for Haas. Now looks like a double points finish for Sauber, which is good for the team. And Ferrari struggling as well. It's Ryan. Did I say Rian? Oh, whoops. My bad, gang. And as we head now towards turn 14, down the long straight. And I think Andrew's just going to bide his time and sit behind. He will not make the move. And he looks for it around the outside just to show him he's there. They're going to wait until this final lap. Everything comes down to this final lap. Who is going to come out on top? Andrew in the driving seat here with DRS. And are we going to see a move into turn 1 as we head on to the final lap? McLaren versus Red Bull versus Mercedes here. Smith seeming like a bit of a back seat here for the fight. But anything can happen with a DRS and double slipstream. It could still go the way of Finlay Smith. As Andrew sits behind, not using DRS this lap, just biding his time. Hopefully saving his ERS as well is what he'll probably be doing. As you see the blinking lights there, they're all just saving ERS for that main straight. We are going to get an overtake, surely. Can Finlay Smith sneak through both of them, or at least one of them? If he can get past Poulet, he's gained points in the championship, and that is huge for, of course, in the drivers as we get closer to the end. But we're heading now to the final really proper overtaking spot down the main straight. Poulet's going to defend against Andrew. Is he going to be able to do enough though? The slipstream, the ERS, the everything throwing at him down towards turn 14. Andrew on the mediums, in the Red Bull. Is he going to be able to make the move on Poulet? The DRS is now active. He's going to have the slipstream. He's going to send it down the inside. He's not been able to make the move. And Poulet's defended perfectly. But he's got a bad exit out of the corner. He's pushing around there. Slight contact. Poulet holds on to the lead. Is he going to be able to win this race? He's side by side. We're going to have a photo finish as Andrew ran the outside. It's who is it? It's Poulet. Just about. Andrew on the outside. That was insane. 0.027. Jesus Christ. I didn't even know who was going to cross the line there. As Poulet wins. And Andrew almost gets him round the outside. But Poulet comes out on top. Wow. What a finish we've just had. That was close between them two. Poulet almost losing it. Andrew on the outside. Insane. So unlucky not to get the move done there. Finlay Smith picks up a well-deserved podium as well. As there are the results. With Poulet closing on the championship lead, with Andrew gaining some nice points for Red Bull. Finlay Smith in P3 losing a couple points, but Mercedes continue the constructors' fight McLaren have not won the Constructors' Championship this race. Better just do the race director or people will cry at me. Much shorter one this week. So we had a lot of DNFs there. Two big teams, and of course Alpine double DNF is horrible for them. I don't want to do interviews, to be honest, because I want to have my food and go and have a drink and then blah blah blah. That's good, Pule, that you've celebrated at least, because, of course, the last couple races have, I mean, they've been a bit easier maybe, the last couple wins. That was close. That was insane, though. Insane finish. And a good race from everyone there. That was pretty decent. So, hope you guys enjoyed this Division 2 stream. If you did, of course, smash that like button. Of course, we are aiming to grow more, as of course we are all the time. And I hope you guys join us tomorrow for Division 1. I've been Worthless Eagle, signing off.